Okay, so it takes you 10 minutes to do this?
Number one, I don't like the tone in your conversation.
Sorry.
Stand-up is different because it's not about how much you say, it's about how less you can say and still convey it. So
Like
that
a reel.
it's amazing how you have reduced.
I thought I was supposed to be the deep one.
I think I should look at myself in the mirror and be like, I love you. And
Do
I'll be
you?
like, are you? What is this? What? You can look at yourself and do it?
Yeah. How was the comedy scene back then when it just started? Because you guys were the OG.
I mean, it feels weird when you say OG because it makes me feel old. And I feel
yeah.
then responsible to be killing it. I will always want to be... इसमें potential था. I don't want to convert my potential into kinetic energy. I don't think like you can directly tell your parents that thank you for supporting.
What? You can?
You're one of those people who say love you papa, love you mama, and they say love you beta back.
Yeah. Before every flight.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome to Decoding Quirks. I'm your host Aditi. Today's guest is a stand-up comedian, an improv artist, a late-night talk show host called Son of Abish. We have Abish Mathew with us today. We're going to be talking about family, how he has grown up in a very supported family. It's going to be new for us to talk about that. And transitioning, career transitionings, and what were his lessons when he went into therapy and why did he go into therapy? So welcome, Abish Mathew.
Thank you. Thank you
Hi.
very much.
Thanks for coming here.
Thank you. All the fun part of the conversation
was
got before we started rolling.
Yeah, everything was done. So now it's just going to be like really formal.
I feel. See, I'm sitting like this now.
And I'm just like...
Yeah, but when we met, we were like... like this.
Literally like, what's up?
Also, sorry about the shoes. I was going to match it with blue shoes. Then I realized...
Oh, I didn't even see. I was just looking at my camera. Sorry, I'm just so self-obsessed.
That's, by the way, there is the TV screen over there for her to see the frame.
That's why I'm
And
like,
now
Tera.
I am, from my peripheral, thanks to my specs, I can see कि मेरे पीछे blue up shift हो रहा है.
Good. Okay, so should we get serious or should we make it fun?
I mean...
You make it fun, I'll make it serious.
Okay, done.
Okay? I think that works, right?
Done.
So, I know like in other podcasts, I've seen a couple where they've asked you about like life, this, that. I want to go to straight childhood.
Bring it.
What was your childhood like, bro?
You want to make it slightly more specific?
Okay, I'll tell you. In your childhood, did you know that this is going to be your career? And I also know that you've done, like when we spoke earlier, you have been an RJ and you played music. So, including all of that in your career, did you know that this was your path?
I don't know. My parents are, and my brother and my parents are an integral part of cultivating stage confidence. They have always encouraged me to go on stage, whether it's for mono acting in church. So church would have parish day and different performances. So you would have stages to perform. Then in school, you'll have stages to perform. So if you see your childhood has stages, but your parents kind of force you to go into the book, I think they realized at a very young age that is not going to be a profitable venture for someone who's not so book smart, right? So they put me on stage. I remember very vividly the first time I was on stage I have a photo of that also. Is that when I was a kid in church, parish day, I was doing Mr. Universe.
What?
So I had a sash called Mr. Universe. I'm wearing an underwear, little kid. I'm holding like a small aluminum rod with like back in the day, the flush in the 90s used to have this one black funnel that used to indicate how much water is there.
I have no idea about that.
My father connected those arts and crafts. He set me up and gave me a tentative script to go and do. Like, go there, make it look like it's struggling, and then you build it up, and then you throw it down. So he directed it. I just went and performed. So that's my first memory of an audience applauding. I don't know whether it was laughing. I'm presuming it was.
You know what? I think like these things actually matter because when I was young, I'm like first grade, like this is I was 6 years old when I have this memory. In my school we had like, kya tha wo, that fancy dress? Whatever, you have to wear your costume and pretend to be someone. Fancy dress.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't know, let me just make the difference out. Fancy dress is where you dress as someone or fancily and you give a dialogue maximum, but you're not supposed to technically talk in fancy dress. Mono acting is where you get to do a slightly longer verbal sketch. I'm just giving you by as a professional child stage actor in church and school.
Whoa, guys.
You might be talking about fancy dress, which is.
I've just like learned way too many things right now.
But please continue. Yeah.
So fancy dress, 6 years old, first grade. My mom dressed me up as an Emirates air hostess. It was also the most easiest thing to do. And it was also something that we encountered because I'm also a Gulf kid. So Dubai, Bombay was like a constant. So I was like, yeah, I know this costume. I see this costume. This is so obvious. So you had like the red hat and then, that scarf and then the beige uniform and then the red thing. This is the old Emirates uniform. And I think from that time, it was stuck in my head that I need to go into the travel industry. And my entire college life, I have worked towards getting like diplomas to start into the travel industry. And actually, my career started in the travel industry. I pivoted to mental health like when I was 26, 27. But it actually like worked. So maybe what you were also saying, like when your parents put you on stage, it like put something in your head. Be like, this is what I'm good at. This is what I want to do.
It's interesting, right? Like whatever someone puts as a seed, then it takes you somewhere. In my parents' example, they just not planted the seed, they took care of it like for years. Different competitions, if there's mono act music, you're throwing me on stage. My brother, every competition that I was performing at in school or in college, he would come with a camera just to record me singing in the band or doing solos because they were all very supportive of me doing music. And comedy came in later because we didn't know comedy is a profession till I saw Robin Williams' special first, and then I saw Russell Peters. I'm like, oh, you can stand and do this as well.
Yeah.
Because I was just over talky, annoy radio. Then I found out for setup, punchline, brevities, wit. So like a lot of change to get good at the craft was different.
But does that like, do you suffer with like confidence issues? Because someone who's been on stage for like so long, like since you're a kid, I would assume that you don't.
On stage, I don't have confidence issues. I think mostly confidence is like a more...
Like public speaking in this case.
I don't think I have
Yeah,
fear of
right?
that. Now especially, but if I have to look back when I started stand-up, then also a little less because I was doing radio for 3 years before I did stand-up. So I think that to live radio, not like deferred live, where you give a link and it gets, this is absolute live. So I think somewhere that 3 years of radio trained me into, you can be at least entertaining. That helped me become a better host, I feel. That's why Son of Abish and other shows that I was able to host, that was a direction. But stand-up is different because it's not about how much you say, it's about how less you can say and still convey it. So
like a reel.
It's amazing how you have reduced.
Sorry. I thought I was supposed to be the deep one. Sorry, we switched roles.
It's a deep hurt, yes. So you're doing right to the deep. Yeah, I guess like a reel, but like a setup and a punchline, or for that matter, even there are different forms of comedy that exist. But in basic, from radio, made me better at talking. Stand up found like this really interesting thing to do. But in all of this journey, parents have only supported. They have like championed, if anything, my brother and my parents. So I feel that I should be doing more with the kind of like the layup that I had, which is great. So a lot of people do it much lesser. So I'm in always gratitude for this stage life that they still push me to do.
Well, when your family says yes for everything, do you feel obligated to do things to make them happy because they have done things to make you happy? Like, do you feel like saying yes to them for things that probably you might not agree? Because they've been supportive, like you said this, like for the last...
They've been supportive, never opinionated, which is the great kind of support. Like they've never obstructed, objected.
But still support kind of in those, like growing up means like, this is it, right? These are the people who have birthed me, have taken care of me. And this is where my source of happiness comes from, at least when we were very, very young. And if these people are like supporting you, sometimes you feel like, okay, I should just do this to make them happy.
True. I don't think I had the emotional maturity at that time. I feel it was a very one-dimensional thing from my end. Like, it's like saying when someone is supportive, the other person needs to be grateful for the support also. I think I took that support as a rocket fuel to do what I want to do. Only much later, I'm like, oh, they provided the rocket fuel. Like then your entire, oh, main jo hoon, you're like, oh, actually it's because of these things.
Okay, so this is a 30s realization.
This is 30s realization.
Okay, so in your 20s?
Go. And they were also like, go, do this, come back whenever you can. There was no pressure to even do. I remember once my mom just saying you should do an MBA once. And I was like, comedy mein. She's like, I just thought I should say. And it must be because some auntie must have said something before it. So
someone must have suggested
So that's the only crack in the support that I saw a little bit like, beta bachao. Otherwise they were like, good, we're proud of you, continue.
Hey, that's so like, that sounds really nice.
Yeah.
That sounds very like, as you said, supportive.
It is. And I think I don't think like parents or like you can directly tell your parents that thank you for supporting. I feel
What? You can? Please,
you're one of those
can.
People. Oh my god,
I'm a girl.
Okay.
I'm a lady.
You're one of those people who say love you, papa, love you, mama, and they say love you, beta back.
Yeah, before every flight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hello. What if I don't land? Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I'll take the way I speak to my parents over the way I speak to your parents. My mom says I love you. And then I started saying I love you back to her. And then sometimes my brothers started saying I love you on the call. And sometimes we started saying back to
Is it
him.
awkward?
For them, no.
For you?
100%. You know who I have said I love you and who's never responded back? My father. So nowadays we say bye, and we cut the call immediately so that nobody says love you and there's an awkward silence. This is when him and I talk alone.
This is such a guy thing. Okay. Wow, great supportive family, just doesn't know how to say I love you.
Two of them don't.
Okay.
And two of them do.
So it's like a 50-50 right now.
Exactly.
So this I love you started right now, right?
I feel it's been some time and much like emotional maturity which is hitting later, I'm like, I am entering this new. I don't know when this gig has been going on for. I am just new to this, but one person I just like, what's up? The other ones are like, love you too.
Do you say I love you to your friends?
Are you mad? What kind of a person have you taken me for? Yes, I do. Sometimes to some friends when they say initiated, so that I don't feel like I'm not saying it back. But
You
I
don't
would
want to feel
never
needy.
initiate. I'm never gonna initiate a love you to other than my wife. I think I should look at myself in the mirror and be like, I love you. And
Do
I'm
you?
like, are you? What is this? Who in their sane mind has sat in this place and said yes?
Dude, show him the clips. Wait, what? People say I love you to themselves?
I am not that person. I don't know if I want to be that person.
Fully love you.
What? You can look at yourself and do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
And not
so-
as a parody.
No, so I'll tell you, like for me, and I think I've said this before, so cut it if it becomes repetitive. But so now I'm in a long-term relationship. The relationship I had before this, the guy was like one of the first few times that I felt proper love. Right? And I think before that, in your 20s, you just do what you gotta do, right? To survive. So that was the last time I felt proper love. And I was just like, fuck, if this is what I feel when you show me love, why can't I treat myself the same way? So I started like changing the formula, you know? Obviously, like the way he would like put me first, I would try to literally ask myself my own opinions, put myself first. Like I would literally like change up the formula. So he showed me how I need to feel. Then I learned how I needed to feel. And then and then obviously the relationship kind of fizzled because it didn't grow from just that. And then it became a little toxic. And then I was like, chalo bye, I know now what to do. And then I just moved on. But that was the first time I actually realized what love was for myself. Because someone made me feel that way. And after that, I just haven't stopped. So thanks to my ex, I guess. Whatever.
It's great, right? You meet so many people who teach you different things, but we don't allow a good exit for the good that has happened because our emotions get attached to it. But
True.
it's great that you were able to
But
do that.
that's also something, because when something is so good, you don't want to leave it. The time has passed. Like, you don't want to leave it. So it's just like, oh, avocado is good, but you're going to eat it like 3 days, 3 times a day, 365 days. No, it's a problem, bro. So that's the same thing. Like, it was good, but like, because it was so good and it had its phase, and you're just clinging on, just holding on, be like, thoda aur time, it'll get better. I've invested so much time in this. And then you're just like, bro, there's that cutoff moment, and COVID was the best one for me. Because it separated us, and I'm just like, see ya.
Wow, so you needed a global pandemic for you to look inwards.
For me to cut the cord,
Yeah.
was literally hanging by a thread at this point.
Well, you want to give a shout out
No.
to COVID-19?
Oh, COVID-19. No way. But I will shout out to the fact that I had my own space and I had my own sense, and I was doing like the inner work, and I had the strength to cut it off.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think sometimes what we do is just like hold on to something because it's good. Do you have any such thing?
Because it's good?
Yeah, but then it becomes too toxic, no? Sometimes.
Mm,
No, but you're just a nice guy.
Apparently, no. Sibling-wise, no. Cousins-wise, no. I think the closest it comes to like relationships as such. But I don't think it's ever gotten for me, now that if I'm trying to remember, where it became like it's a choice that I had or a choice that they had. It was not string. It was, like I said, at least an attempt at amicable, because for me, it's important for me to be still in touch with the person. And that's almost,
So in touch with all your exes?
not all, but like with people who allow that. And it's not a me thing. They are the ones who sometimes want. So it made it easy again for me to stay in touch with them.
Wait, so what do you think about like being friends with an ex?
I've had this conversation with so many people.
Oh shit, sorry.
No, I'm saying in friendly capacity. I think I encourage it.
Why?
I feel like everyone comes in your life and changes you. And because your ego gets hurt, you want to separate. But I feel people are not like stones you throw in the ocean. They're more like boomerangs. With time, if you stay long enough, it'll swing back.
Yeah, so I think the space is something that you need, right? You can't just the next day.
No, not at all. And I think that is just how things are, where you will need space, but be open to the idea that you will meet again. And it might be awkward, but that's just part of life. But you shouldn't hold on, because then there is a part of you that will have that person in the back of your head in some knowledge or some form, which you don't want, because you don't want to kill your vibe. At least, for me, I attempt at looking at it that way. How successful I am, I need to reflect on. But I don't have an issue. Sorry, let me repeat that. They have made it easy for me to stay in touch with them. Like, if they are not interested, I'm not going to bother them, but they will always be in my subconscious.
So both
Zeitgeist.
parties have like agreed to this, and it's like,
I don't know if both parties, that's how it became, I feel like mostly breakups, I guess, are toxic, big issue and stuff. But with time and with distance, like you mentioned, you get a chance to be a different person. Like most of my breakups happened at 20s, right? I'm about to get to my 40s soon. I do not have the same prejudice. I am barely the same person that I was earlier. So how can I still want to hold on to some shit that affected me? So my ego got hurt. No, the why? I mean, then you just need to give a landing pad for anyone who wants to come in. They don't need to, but you have a landing pad, and that's what you should always have. I think.
yeah.
Have to reflect.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Like, do you feel like your ego comes in the way a lot, though? Like personally.
For work, for life in general. I mean, for me, I feel.
Let's talk work, actually.
For me, I think I feel I have a inflated ego. I feel, but
is it required for comics to have it?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I sometimes I question a lot, so that affects the bravado of some decisions and stuff that I could do. But I have also been fortunate to surround myself with this eclectic bunch of extremely close family members, friends, wife, some friends of mine from back in the day. So I think there is this, and I'm very open in communication about what I'm thinking, what I want to do. So sometimes their opinion really does give me some bit of a sense of what to do. But the opposite is also problem, because if you are somebody who relies on a external locus of control, then in this profession, which is so public, then you're open to receive the bullets as well. And that balance took some time, and I still am figuring that out. And that's the journey, and that's its destination is when you die. I don't think you ever find it.
Yeah.
But you,
We don't have, it's not a final destination.
correct.
In my late 20s, I used to try and tell myself that somebody else's victory is not your failure. You know, there is always a path. Like you just said, that the path is being carved. You know, you can also do this. Nowadays, when I see and I feel like nowadays I feel like it's more social media-ish. So when you said metric, I think it kind of related to me is that numbers, views, virality, all these things play a really big role, especially in the job that I do, especially with this podcast and stuff. And I'm sure even with you, like for your reels and stuff, like it plays a really big role. So sometimes when somebody else does a little bit better, I'm like, Arey yaar. You know, so that time I'm like, I don't know about what intention to bring in. But because now I feel like social media controls it. You know, it's like an outside thing. I don't want to give the control. But sometimes even I like piss low. So how do you like look at the whole social media aspect? Does it bother you?
I think I'm very blessed in that way that before social media blew up, we were able to feel jealous of each other's craft, of like what joke you wrote.
So nice.
And we meet every day at an open mic where we see the biggest comics tank and the smallest comics shine. So the open mic circuit becomes a great unifier. And it has its own dynamic, of course. And that will continue. Fights for this, fights for that it's all part of need to happen. But because first for us it was, oh, what a great joke that person, or like this person is such a great joke writer, or like this person performs the joke so much, so well. These are inner monologues about people, right? It's coming from an aspirational point because there was no metric attached to it. It was only laughter, vibes. You'll remember whose set was nice, kisko standing ovation mila, nahi mila. Yehi hoga na. With numbers getting attached with YouTube and the rest of it, that I think the place you're at would have been the same place I would have been at. But I got very fortunate to collaborate with such incredible comedians who were bold at taking steps that all of us grew. Then more people grew. Then the scene grew. And the jealousy in general might have been still before their person is getting more numbers. But now, just taking a step back, it's like the coral reef. When the coral is alive, it keeps growing. And you, as a fish who lives on the coral reef, is going higher. But it is a collective effort that's making you go up. You're just like, I wish I was a coral. Nahi hai bhai, tu clownfish hai. Just enjoy everyone going up at the same time is how at least my narrative is for if jealousy creeps in. And mostly my jealousy till today isn't as lopsided as numbers for social media as, oh, what a great joke, or what a great set, or that is so bold.
So you're not connected, like you don't feel connected to social media.
I mean, I don't know if I want to say I don't feel connected to social media. Of course, I'm on social media all the time.
Yeah.
I'm half the time I'm there. I have to, like everybody, I have a 15-minute timer, which I have 100%. My body has become so fast at ignoring that sometimes I wake up with like 15 minutes go. I woke up in the morning and it says your time is up. And I'm like, main nahi dekhunga. And I'm drinking coffee and we're all in the same. We're all in the same.
Yeah.
Thumbs up become fast at like ignoring all of these things. So I don't look at social media as lesser than. I feel that that same conundrum that people have is you become more solidified as a person the older you get. So a lot of my old ways of doing things that got me to a fortunate place where I am didn't allow or wasn't allowing or isn't allowing, who knows, to become the new person that I want to be, but in transition. So it's not like I'm not trying to battle it or tackle it. I feel you know what social media feels like? It feels that, oh my God, I have so many ideas that'll go well. This is the best thing. I can do this. I don't want to do anything. I don't. What if it's really bad? What if it's really bad? Okay, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit. Okay, it's gonna be shit. You know what? Just chill. Just chill. Go back on stage. Just do stand up, and then life.
Cognitive overload.
Cognitive overload, vibe, choice. But I feel there are ideas I would love to do on social media, and I want to get to a point where I stop making excuses of why I'm not doing it.
Okay. So that's what also sometimes I think I'm just like, when I don't do things, and I have like whole notes app filled with ideas as well. And when I don't do it, I'm just like, am I making an excuse? Because I feel like I'm not good enough, or I don't have the motivation. I don't like the word motivation, but I don't have the motivation right now to like do it because, I'll fail or whatever, not ready. But sometimes I also think like when you're ready, life fucking throws you that opportunity, man. I'm also working towards it. I'm not one of those who will like just sit on the couch and be like, chalo, opportunity come. I'm like constantly doing things for opportunity to come. So yeah, I keep flipping between maybe I'm not good enough, but then I keep doing something and it works out and be like, oh, see, the universe did it for me even though I did it.
And I feel the sooner you accept that is life, the sooner you would put more stuff. I mean, I'm looking at you, looking at me, because you're looking at the screen.
I'm not looking at the screen
No,
now.
I'm just saying that so that when you're looking at the screen, I can look at myself. And I'm just going to give a away to myself.
Oh.
Hi, Abish. What's up? Nice haircut. Okay, listen to this part very carefully, okay? This is important. I'll come to you in a month's time, and then I'll catch up with you when the edit gets done and it comes out. All right? Take care.
So sweet.
Stay sexy. Is that your version of I love you?
Stay sexy?
Why?
You had to like crack a joke even while you were being like emo with yourself. I love
Crack a
it.
joke to your what do you think this is? This is me putting effort to get my curls correctly.
Hey, you put some cream and gel and all.
Cream and gel and all? No. I know
Coconut oil.
what? I feel I'm being berated. My entire community who speaks like this is being berated at this point in time. But no, I mean, if you want to know, I shower and then shampoo. Then I quickly, because scalp is shampoo. But then I take conditioner and I put just on the tips of my hair. Again, I have less curly hair so I can maintain it to the full till it lasts. Luckily, there is no camera on top. And then I use some cream, which are some minus this,
this.
which
No
I
paraben, no
didn't have to
silicone.
do. My cousin sisters, 5 of them, out of which 1, 2 of them have curly hair like yours and more. So they have just gifted me products my entire life and told me what to do. So the curly girl hair, something. CG,
Curly girl method.
CG. Curly girl method was taught by
CGM.
them. They told me, what are you doing with the towel? You're not supposed to go, kach. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. So every morning when I'm showering, I have to shower less like a boy who's like, mujhe jana hai. I'm more like, relax. This is all good for you.
Yeah, because they always show boys like the TV show like that.
And they're not wrong.
It has to be like gentle.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes you 10 minutes to do this?
Number one, I don't like the tone in your conversation.
7 minutes, let's say.
Including the shower, yeah.
Dude, I had a shower today at 2:15. It took me till like 3:45, 4 to do this. And it's not even my best hair day.
No, I mean,
Just saying.
it looks great, but like, you have a lot more hair.
I know.
I am...
But maintenance, because when I go to the parlor and when like the hairstylist is like, oh my God, your hair is so healthy, I'm doing it for this. That compliment. I need her to tell me that my hair is healthy.
Well, in that case, for everyone who's watching who's got curly hair, remember when you're boys, if you want to work on your cream, you take the cream first. See, instead of putting here, right, try to get it to your fingers, because then without touching your scalp, you need to start scrunching up just so that the tips come in, and then pick the tips to make sure it's moisturized, and then you just, let your brain go, do whatever. Never forget the back, because then this will be over moisturized and this will look like poof. Then you take another squirt of whatever cream, put a little water, just to moisturize it, and then just like do this and sing.
And like finger coil. So this is clearly changed from a mental health podcast to a beauty podcast with
Isn't it
Abish Mathew.
correct? Vanity is a part of mental health.
I love it. I mean, I can still go on talking about it, but
Yes, but we can come back from the hair and go one floor down to the mind.
I was going to say brain. Okay, so we spoke about jealousy. Clearly, you're not jealous.
No, again, let me reframe. I am jealous, but I think I've been able to process jealousy differently. I have other emotions which for me are more toxic than
Which is?
jealousy. I feel ego, for example, anger, but like a very controlled, implosive anger, which becomes hopefully not. It's like subtle snapping. And I don't even allow passive aggressive, right? I don't even allow the dignity of allowing myself an emotion to have an outburst. But I would subconsciously, you become the worst of your parents, brothers, cousins, ex-girlfriends. The worst things there become a part of your personality, which then comes out in a fight sometimes. So it's about, for me, to mediate that. So anger, ego, gluttony, for example. And lust is one of the top ones all the time for everybody. This is, as a boy, if I say no, then you'll just be like, ye to bullshit kar raha hai. Then
Is
what
that
are the
why you
other
went
subjects?
into therapy?
I went into therapy because I was having crying spouts for no reason. And so earlier I was like, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter.
That must be so confusing.
No, again, blinders. Life is all about work. Emotions are, it'll come and go. Life is like that. But you have got an opportunity to do something great, supportive. So I am gunning down for seasons after seasons of as busy as I can be. It's only recently that I have to be busy for myself. So I feel less passionate about anything I want to do. But if you got something, I'll come and set everything up because I'm looking for things to solve because I know internally is what I need to solve my things. And that's a process, and there's gamification of life, which I'm a big fan of. So I keep having stuff that becomes like a board game for me to move forward.
So how did you gamify therapy?
Gamify therapy is, I think there was a moment when, I was on scooters, I was listening sad music, I was crying. I'm like, ye to sad music ki wajah se hai. Then I will be in a shower and maybe it's some fight and I'm crying. I'm like, ye to kuch baat hua hoga. Once I was on stage at Cuckoo Club and I remember there was this bit, it's an annoying clowning bit now I call it, which is the green where I just keep repeating, keep doing it for like minutes and minutes and the audience is like, what is going on? And after some time, if I've committed enough, then the audience starts laughing at the commitment, not the joke, not the surprise. The fact that he's still going on, it is annoying to a point where it becomes funny. And it's been a hit and miss, mostly miss. But on that particular day, it started working. And they started like laughing out loud. And it's the first time it connected. And I started crying on stage. And I made it part of the commitment. But I knew, oh shit, it's now reaching my bread and butter. So I reached out to Kanis because our circle was also very liberal about mental health. I'm like, Kanis, do you have a therapist number? She's like, okay. And then the only commitment I had was I'm checking in for 6 months. I'm not
like
doing
a
this.
hotel.
Yeah, I'm not doing this one-time therapy, two-time therapy, third time mein mere ko kuch mila nahi because that's the exact. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want my breadbasket or my agricultural land to be precipitated by tears unless the audience wills for it because of the beauty of the performance.
Wow, I feel like I'm in Schitt's Creek right now talking to Moira. David. I was just rewatching it, but yeah. So then, what did you go and like? What was your journey?
Then I again sent an email because I don't like calling and I don't like if anyone calls me. I want them to text me first, see if I'm free, and then call me. And then you and I will become friends. If anyone calls me before texting, then you're a red flag, which is a me issue, but I'm happy with this guy.
Dude, like oh my God, I can't even explain because I speak to so many people. I have lost count on who's a texter, who's a voice noter, who's not a voice noter, who is a straight caller, who is a WhatsApp caller, who is text me before you called. Oh, fuck, don't text me, just call. Like, what do you think? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Now I just do what I want to do.
Exactly.
Which is
You do you.
Which is send a text.
Okay, that's how you found out.
Wait, send a text. Forget about it for a bit. Send another text and then call.
Yeah, that sounds like our journey only. Send a text, then Send another text, sorry, I forgot to follow up. Then send another text, hey, by the way. And then I send a text, and then I send a text, and then you're like, sure, let's do it. Then I cancel. All happens on text.
Yeah.
It's the first time I'm seeing, are you even real? I don't know.
We'll find out.
So is this AI glasses?
Oh my God, imagine.
Crazy.
Great
Okay,
idea
that look
for-
is bad
No,
investment.
great idea for Apple. Okay. So therapy.
Yeah.
When you went for therapy,
Hmm.
did you achieve whatever you wanted to?
I think when I went into therapy, I didn't know what I was going in for, which is the best. Because if you go with any preconceived notion, your ego is going to come in way and you're going to delay shit. But I delayed it anyway because I went there and spoke for 6 months about bullshit stuff.
And
because
you
I
only
didn't
gave
wanna
yourself 6 months.
I only gave myself. So I knew someone. I don't care. It's like two people. One you're not aware of who's on the driver's seat. So I made sure that my checklist had therapy in it. And I, checklist wise, put it on calendar. Accountably, I'm going to therapy. For like a couple of months, I was just talking about whatever. And I think the therapists are professionals for a reason. So they are able to divert conversation or divert interest to see what's up. And in that process, I think one of the topics I think I had I feel was like a longer conversation. And that made me tear up. And then I was like, oh, so they had to do nothing. They had to just guide you for self-realization, which I thought was such a great process for me to enter into therapy, because if someone gave me advice, I might have been like, ye to chalta nahi hai, mujhe nahi advice suna. Who knows? So I got very fortunate in that patient person to have taken down this. So when I realized for the first time, I identified the problem, but that's half the solution. What is the next part is where I think me being a good, not a good student, but a very diligent person came into the picture, because I was like, I will read nothing about this until it's something you tell me to read. So then they started advising some books, some articles, some tests, and then talk therapy, just chatting about stuff. After that first one, then it became easier to open up about other things, to be like, I am foreseeing this, so I want to talk about it.
You did CBT, right?
I did CBT as well.
Okay.
Initially, it was just talk therapy, which I think counseling is a great in for everyone to go into therapy. Not everyone, at least for me. Then I tried CBT because it's good. I want to see what else is there in the world of self-improvement, if say. Then I did CBT again. Got very fortunate at the first call with the very first therapist. Or I knew that I'm not looking for more. They are professionals. It's like a doctor. You can go to another doctor and ask for a second consultation. That means you don't trust the doctor. I am going with full trust. I am trusting everybody. You can make me do shit if you want, because that's the job, is commitment. So both of them were very good. CBT I tried for some time, and I feel like I was getting into my old pattern of planning and doing stuff, and it fully fit into the person that I was trying to not become. So I knew that it'll take me down that path, and I want to be less calendar reminders. I want to be more forgetful, spend time with myself. That's my job, but I do everything else than get bored, which is supposed to be my job.
So you're not a procrastinator?
No, I'm a extremely, extremely bad procrastinator. Like, I love to procrastinate.
People are going to hate you for this.
But I have built my life in such a way with, like, if I don't do it, it's like, if my calendar's app is showing that this needs to be done today, then that's going to be there. It's going to be on my quarter paper technique. It's going to be on my phone as a calendar block, that I know exactly after this, 30 minutes it'll take me to do this, so that when I come back after 9 p.m., if I have no spots, up till 2 a.m., I know what I'm doing. Just so that I can make sure that I'm touching all the 5 things I'm trying to do, because I get very bored doing one thing. So it's something which has become my own strength / weakness / I'm not going to put a flashlight on it. Chal raha hai, kuch aur fix karo. I don't need to fix what's not broken.
That makes sense. This is one thing I was asking my friends when I was in Dubai like last month was, we're all really good at something in our work, right? Like there's a strength and there's a quality that we have in our work, and that same thing becomes our weakness in our personal life. So for me, in my personal life, I'm a self-sabotager. But when I take the same qualities of that and I bring it to work, I'm always like breaking grounds and reaching new heights. And I'm always like taking myself out of comfort zones and like just doing new things. So it works there, but it's quite sad in my personal life. Do you have anything which would be like, this works very well in my work life, but it doesn't? This is probably my struggle in my personal life.
I think because I'm so obsessed with working, I can't. I really enjoy working. I work with a lot of people, and if possible, don't pay me, because if it's like big client work, of course I'll do it. But if it's a friend asking for help, don't pay, because I am coming in the same capacity if someone had helped me then and someone did. So I'm just passing the favor that was passed to me when I was starting out. One being that example. I feel like personal life is blend into my work life so much that I'm now trying to make an effort to not talk work with friends or with family or with life partners or even business partners, to have a connection which is not work. Because when I moved to Bombay, I moved for work. Bombay has always been a co-working space for me. It's become home.
I love it.
But I came here to work, and blinders on, I'm still working. But when I take blinders off, I'm like, अरे घर वर है, शादी वादी हो गई यार, दोस्त वोस्त हैं, शाम को चाय के लिए you. It is a community that I'm so fortunate to be part of. But I've not been ever grateful for the community, because I'm like, काम करो, काम करो, काम करो. Because somewhere in the back of my head, my community is so full with my cousins and my friends. But only now am I coming to like, if a friend's birthday, I should call them at least.
Wait, so you're like, you said that you were working, but I think a lot of us know that you're taking time off, like stand up, right? So what were you doing during that time?
So I think 2018.
Also, this is not me saying that you were not working. I'm
No,
sure you
I mean,
working.
again, I have. See, the thing is, I know I'm very hardworking, but because I'm so good at procrastinating, that I had to build systems to not procrastinate. So it's like every day it's like a house of cards. It's not a ladder, but something exciting about being scatterbrained and still getting your life done, as opposed to being, let's say, a kind of personality that's so hard
I
in
think
yourself.
that's the one. That's the answer to the question, that you're so good at not procrastinating that you can't chill.
100%, which is what's your
That's
answer
the-
to like
yeah,
the
to the
personal life.
question.
I can't chill.
You can't chill.
I feel like I feel excited by all that I could do with all the support that I have and with everything going right. Only thing that's not working is, hold on. Is what I feel like, but I feel like that's also a journey. So if we speak maybe 6 months later, like I'm gonna release my comedy special soon. And that's been something that I built only in the last 3 years. So 2018 was the last stand-up special. Whoop, which was on Amazon Prime. After that, we did a lot of Son of Abish. And that used to be 2 seasons every year.
How many seasons you did? 8?
9.
Nice.
Yeah, 9 was the last one, which we did 2 or 3 years ago. So as soon as it paused on Son of Abish on season 9, it opened up the bandwidth to do stand-up again. So then 3 years of that special is ready. And now I'm building the new tour, new hour, learned a bit of clowning, trying to
I was gonna
inculcate
come
that.
to that.
So I feel like Son of Abish took so much because it gave me so much more that it was, imagine for 6 months, you are funding a room full of friends to chill with you, with friends to shoot it, with friends to sit on edit, and then have a release party. Isn't it a life well lived?
Best.
So at that time, will a metric matter? Because you're like, I will make money through other stuff and I want to fund this ecosystem. But that funding that ecosystem was a big, was a little big. So then after some time, also I wanted to prove again to myself that individually can you do something. So I think that's why...
like without the help of others, that way.
Yeah. And also, I hadn't done a new special. I didn't know news. So I was like, I want to explore it.
Wait, in Son of Abish, quick one this is. Did you ever feel the pressure to make the situation fun?
Yeah.
Actually, but you said that you don't have so much pressure. Or did you?
Yeah, 100%. I think, at least for me, I hope it didn't reflect. Because again, when you're in the position of power, you might have a different reality than people actually
Because
working.
sometimes you're just like, oh my God, this is still work, right? Like, I need you to get this shit done.
Man, everyone who worked on Son of Abish, it's crazy how they gave more than I even asked. At half the rate. I feel like, again, it's a later realization, but if when I was in season, maybe it would have been very different. But like with 3 years of like backlog and you look at footage and photos from back in the day, you're like, oh, I remember this. इसके लिए इसने shave किया था. This person took the t-shirt off. We slapped a chewing gum on someone's nipple, and it's all part of the episode somewhere there in the 9 seasons for no reason at all, because it gave us this creative satisfaction. Anyway, so it's such a team effort that I bear all the spotlight of it. But I, unfortunately, like the channel was called Abish Mathew. Then after 2018, somewhere around that time, we switched it to Son of Abish. I took my name off the channel that I grew with stand-up and everything, and it really grew up because of Son of Abish. I felt like that's a team effort. That's not just me. So I started another channel. Nobody watches anything because I don't put anything. But I have a place where if I want to put a vlog, I know where I want to put. If I want to do something, I know low stake, nobody's there. You can be creatively whatever. This is something that
people have put in their hard work.
So it becomes tough to just be like,
yeah.
Yeah,
no, 100%. So tell me about this clowning bit. So you took a break and you did it. How did you realize? What was the scene? Why clowning?
Why clowning? Again,
it's so new. So even I'm just like, it's so new. Like I don't know much about it. That's why.
You and I are the same. I think that's what
the best.
That's what drew me to it is the unknown of like, okay. And also things were coming my way which just forced me in. I mean, I wish I was carrying that red notebook. Usually I carry it. October 2024, I was just wanted to watch all the old stand-up that I used to watch. And a lot of it, I realized with like people like David Shiner, Mila Usov, if I'm not getting the pronunciation incorrect at that time, Rene Bazinet. These are all names that I recently rediscovered because they were not names. They were just videos that were coming. I was a kid. Yeah. But I loved what they were doing. So I was like, okay, maybe it's clowning. It's happening at Cirque du Soleil or like a circus. So I just wrote their names. Interesting. Physical comedy. That's how I thought it. Then Piotr Sikova, who is known by Furioso, who came to Bombay for the Mumbai International Festival to perform in South Bombay. He did a 2-day workshop for clowning. I immediately signed up because I was like, it'll be stupid for me to be so villa at home and not go and study clowning. What are you doing? I don't even have a PlayStation. I want to, but I can afford it. But I'm like, you don't deserve it.
Yeah, because you can't procrastinate.
Because I'm not allowed to procrastinate. So anyway, I need to chill. But
clearly,
he did a 2-day workshop. It was so new, so refreshing, and so challenging. I was like, okay, give me more of this. But I also remember...
Wait, what was so refreshing?
The workshop was... you go on stage, the basic of one of the things is that trust exercise, be sensitive. The philosophies of clowning, be sensitive, it's poetic idiocy. In one way, not my words. Later when I went to Norway, our instructor, like Phil, he was able to put this in words that made sense in like, oh, okay. So when Piotr did it, it was just incredible. There was this one exercise where he put us in blindfold, and he asked us somebody else to guide you, to make you sense stuff, feel stuff, different, not laugh, just feel stuff, it's like I don't say I love you to my parents easily. So again, because I had paid money for it and I'm there for change, I was like, you fucking feel stuff, man. So
and
I'm
do
like,
it well.
Full stuff. And I think somewhere, because it was for 20 minutes I was blindfolded, there was a point I think he asked us to run and people were changing hands. And I ran and I realized that I was running blindfolded. That's scary. Then they took me to a restaurant. Just weird stuff like that when I saw footage of later, because a friend recorded it, I'm like, that's so weird because I would be self-conscious in a restaurant. But because I'm blindfolded and someone is guiding me through it, I'm okay with being and looking stupid.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So I was like, oh.
So they were making you comfortable but feeling stupid.
And for me, I think somewhere I made myself like I need to be intellectual or some such bullshit like that. So then I was like, I need to try this. So when I went to Norway, fortunately, because of people I met who were not just organizing it, our clowns themselves. When I met more people who were like-minded, who are all writers and actors, none of them are clowns. But Phil Burgers, who is the aka Dr. Brown, he was taking our 2-week workshop at Norway Clown Camp. And it was in a full farmhouse, he used every inch of the land for you to lie down, enjoy the day, meditate, then do these exercises where you need to, it's called feeling the flop, which is
Like breathing.
feeling the flop is like you go on stage and you do something and it doesn't work and you feel the flop.
Like in your gut,
And
you
you
feel
like,
that.
oh, that was bad.
Oh my God.
You would feel that on a daily basis for a very long time. But
It feels like a wellness retreat, by the way you're explaining it.
I think that's what I ended up going with.
For comics.
I think clowning is a cult. I think I've joined a cult, guys.
Wait, I thought like, okay, this is off camera, but.
But like you feel the flop and you stay in the flop, then you let the audience see that you're in the flop, and then you need to come up with an
Wait, how
improv
do
or
you
something.
show the.
I don't know. I'm still figuring. I'm so new to this. I'm
Okay.
just verbalizing words that made some bit of sense. Like when they say poetic stupidity, I'm like, so well put. I wouldn't look at stupidity as a champion. I look at it as a disadvantage. But I feel like that's what I was like, oh, I see what it is. What it has done though, after the 2 weeks workshop, is now when I go on stage, I'm less afraid. You know, I would be more conscious of, will this joke work? Now I'm not looking at, will this joke work, as much as how do I derive joy from this?
So has your modality changed? Is that the right word? I don't know.
Modality would
Is
be?
your genre changed?
No, nothing. It's just, it's like,
You just added another skill or a different technique.
I don't know, it'll be too big-headed for me to say
Okay,
this
okay,
also.
okay.
It's just, I am, by craft, I still am a stand-up comedian because that's where
Okay.
it's the first thing. From there, I learned improv comedy because that was like, oh, I really connect with this as well. And now with clowning, I'm like, oh, I'm really excited to do this as well. Now, who I am, what I am, is only for time to figure. So I'm not looking at it as silos. I'm just looking at it as Abish radio, music. Sorry, Abish fancy dress to mono acting to radio to band. To band to radio to stand up to improv to, let's say, this clowning. It's just one, like a choral that's coming up. I'm just the clownfish in who's going up in this. So I get very excited with new skills that I don't know.
Do you believe in like people fail, or do you believe that people pivot or people?
I think people quit, and that's failure.
Okay. And this is your. So for me also, when I have seen my journey, I just feel like I've obviously shifted careers. As I said, I started in the travel field and I'm here. Everything in life has given me skills or needs to make this change. So I've grown, like the same thing of the choral thing. I feel like I've grown because of my life experiences. I don't think I've ever failed. I mean, I don't want to be all like, oh my God. But I don't think I've ever failed.
That's good because you haven't quit, so you haven't failed.
Yeah. So
You've learned and you've moved to the
Yeah.
next thing. So
I take like transferable skills to something else.
absolutely,
Like my daytime job is like therapy, and I'm doing this. I don't even know how this started.
yeah, and like the beauty is you wanted to do it because you wanted to do it. So that's a great driver. And
Because this is
fortitude
what
to
I
it.
do in sessions. Like we're literally being like, huh. But
Oh, you
why?
record and you put it up. Is it a subscription-based model? Because I'm really all about that gossip life.
That's it. This is where we cut. But you know what? There are people who actually just like, Arey, tell what's the new gup? And I'm
Of
like,
course.
But I'm like, bro, like there are some serious stuff
Yeah,
happening.
if I had a friend who was a therapist, I
Like,
would
"Aaj
be
kya chal
the
raha hai?"
worst friend.
Yeah.
I would be like, "Kaun roya?" First.
Dude, my friends are that way. They'll just be like, so what's happening nowadays? I'm like, can you?
क्या चल रहा है आजकल? ADHD चल रहा है तुम्हारा, डिप्रेशन चल रहा है तुम्हारा, एंग्जाइटी चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है? तुमको कुछ नया नया मिला क्या कि अभी भी मार्केट में सेम चीज है?
Same चीज चल रहा है. मम्मी इशू चल रहा है ज्यादा, डैडी इशू चल रहा है ज्यादा. I'm like, bro, can
जो
you?
मार्केट में नया है, बॉडी डिस्मॉर्फिया निकला हुआ, उस पे यार बॉडी डिस्मॉर्फिया में क्या मस्त रहेगा, अरे नया मार्केट है.
Oh my God. I just hope you know that I don't laugh at these things. It's just him.
Well, excuse me. Thanks. I'll take the win.
Okay. So this is it. Bye. We're going to record the outro after you go.
Aww.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. Pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure.
Hey, look at me. And say I love you. To yourself, not to me. That'll be weird.
I love you. I was like, how do I look at myself in the
Exactly.
camera? I love you.
Okay.
You?
And I will now.